age of several in this class when he died, and Sunday school class was probably 90% widows when he died. And I remember Mother saying they were kind of outcast with the couples in the church. They stuck together and got support. I think this is sad, and I'm not sure what to do about it. Yes, Bob?
Yeah, I'm going to do the other side and speak up for men. I was a widower for a while, once, and we were active in the United Methodist Church out there in Fort Collins, Colorado. And as a part of that, my wife and I belonged to a couples group that would meet once a month or something, and we'd go to different people's houses and play cards or have a meal or whatever. Once I became a widower, that stopped. I was never invited back. I was kind of surprised by that. I don't think I was hated that much. It's just that, well, you're not a couple anymore. Good luck. And it sort of left a bad feeling with me. And then I had some very good friends. They invited me out to supper at their house. This is 2 or 3 months into widowerhood. And I went, and they had another man there who was a stranger. And my friend said to me, well, we thought we'd invite this other man too. And I was looking forward to having dinner with my friends. And I know this sounds selfish, but I thought all their attention would be upon me. But they could only stand to have me if they had another man present. So
I think some of
I
that
felt
is
funny about that, and I
Yeah.
shouldn't have. So
I think
we men, we widowers have problems too.
I think the reason is this world is 2 by 2 by 2. Everything goes in twos, and I don't know what it is that we think. I was a widow so in my 30s, and it seemed like all of a sudden I didn't fit in place. I didn't fit in with singles, even though I was fairly young, and I didn't fit in with the couples groups, and so I was kind of just on the outside.
Yes, that happened to me too. My first husband, who died, he was sick for a long, long time, and I went every place by myself, and I didn't fit anywhere because I wasn't a widow.
Gee?
And I guess I have to switch it coming from the other direction, that I think a divorcee, it feels the very same thing, particularly late in life, because I think it goes back to exactly what Pat said about the 2 by 2. It's that aloneness people don't recognize. But I want to shift the discussion a little bit and to the part that talks about the family is responsible. The way I read this scripture, if she has children or grandchildren, their duty is to their family. And I've been very much aware of that with, I think, we talked a little bit about our society changing, what Charles said, about our very mobile society. Don has one son, and he lives in South Carolina and is very busy with a young family and all. And I'm blessed to have 2 children that live very close. And so in this support during Don's surgery, the day I spent in the emergency room, as soon as my daughter heard about it, it was like, Mom, why didn't you call me? I would have been there for you. And yet, if I wasn't here for Don, he would be very much alone, because he doesn't have any support at all. And so I think part of that, you know, has to do with the whole picture of family support. How much family support is there to when at any point in time?
Yeah, if I was out of place, even my own family. I was out of place because my brothers were all married, my sister was married, and I was still out of place. I mean, when they get together to go on vacations or something, nobody called me. And they would have dinners together, nobody called me. And I was just kind of on the outside. And that really hurt me.
Well, I guess I was very blessed because I had good family support, and I had good friends support, and I never felt left out. If I wanted to go, I went. So I guess it depends upon the individuals really.
I had the kind of, they might as well have been family sort of people because my familial family was scattered far and wide and not close by, but my group was the donut therapy group. And it started with, you know, meeting for donuts, but it grew into family. And it was just lovely because it was never, you never felt like, okay, well, I can't really go because I'm just, you know, by myself. Because I never was by myself with that group. And it not only made a difference that way, but when several times I started out my front door and there was a big bag of groceries on my front door that just kind of arrived there. So there were some pretty special people taking care of me for a while. Then I moved to Kansas.
Many years ago, it was just an accepted fact if there was a widowed mother or a widowed father, they lived with the kids. And I remember my grandmother, there were 5 children on my dad's side, and then she just took turns living with the kids. Well, I don't think you see that today. We're a little more independent.
I think to a certain extent